someone actually here in the local community paid me $5 to read this joke to all of you.
Wait, that's a thing?
Yeah, he wrote it down, handed it to me. It says, Dave, $5. Read this one on your show.
You need some figure action points.
Yeah,
pretty much. So, okay. So what do you get when you cross Extra Zero with a Mechagodzilla?
I don't know.
You get... Fuck it. Sorry, that joke's just terrible.
Really?
Terrible.
Really?
Totally terrible.
Really? What's up, everybody?
Hey, Zero, how you doing?
Oh, I threw Dave.
Dave, I'm deducting a point from you.
Tell me the chat room got that. Tell me the chat room got that.
I'm deducting a point.
We'll do Jersey. Of course, you've seen the seminal robot police officer movie, RoboCop. You think you can fly, Bobby? Oh.
Damn near hit you in the face.
Karma.
Karma is a bitch. But what's not a bitch is Thursday night, because you find people are hanging out with us here live on Figure Action, the Collectors Podcast. I am your host, Extra Zero, and joining me tonight is the usual cast of characters. Sans one, Mr. Joe Crab. My washing machine just went off, so ignore the buzzer. If you're watching us here live on YouTube, make sure you get to that live chat where you can be part of the show. Make sure you hit that like button if you like what we're doing. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to see if you want to see our content, and make sure you hit that notification bell if you want to get alerted when we have new stuff coming out. So now that that's out of the way, let's find out how everybody's doing tonight and what you got. Starting off with True Star Screamer. How are you doing tonight?
I'm all right.
You're all right. I mean, you got $5. I want $5.
Well, you'll find out when you ask me what I got.
Let me guess. 0, zip, zilch, and a whole lot of nada?
I got a new oil leak in my car.
Oh, jeez. you have the... So, I may have no luck when it comes to toys, but you have no luck when it comes to automobiles.
It's back in Mazda today, and I did not even get a rental this time, so I do not have the compensation truck.
Yeah.
Or the compensation cruiser, sorry.
I was going to say no luck, no truck.
Exactly. So yeah, that's my week. I've been working my tail off, but I said I've been a big shutterbug. If you haven't been hitting me on the Instagram at True Star Screamer, I think I took some of my best work this week with the X-Men wave. So
now,
yeah.
Now, did you get a My Little Pony and you're just not telling us about it? I see something to your right.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Busted.
Some smartass sent me a My Little Pony bag for the holidays, and it just never left the room.
Can you prove it's a bag and not a box?
I think I remember that. Did you tell us about that?
Uh-oh. Nathan Simmons, he's a brony. He's saying you're a brony.
Hey, bronies are people too, just very different. Very different.
Very.
If Dave were a brony, I doubt he would have left the DMV area.
Actually, I do have a minor brony story. It doesn't involve me, but we were at the Raleigh SuperCon, now going to be the GalaxyCon, last year, and my daughter was having a blast. Looking at Captain America, seeing Rays, seeing Black Widows, and then all of a sudden I see her. She shouts, "Oh my gosh, it's Shutterfly! Oh my gosh, it's And then the guy turns around and she just stops dead in her tracks and goes like, "Okay, yeah."
She learned a life lesson.
She learned a life lesson there.
Does anybody watch Bob's Burgers?
Not recently.
Did you ever see they had an episode? It's like Tina is into like the show's version of My Little Pony. The Equestronauts. And like they go to EquestriCon, and there's a group of guys that call themselves the Equestricals.
Oh Jesus! I have only seen a third of an episode of Bob's Burgers in my entire life.
Man, y'all are missing out.
And that was because it was the episode of Archer where they crossed over.
Well, that wasn't an episode of Archer. That wasn't an episode of Bob's Burgers.
I'm just saying. Which I need to get back in that show. That show was amazing.
Archer, yeah. I guess I want them to go back to regular Archer, because like where Archer ended 3 years ago was him in a coma, and since then they did they're on their third I guess dream
fantasy
show. Yeah, fantasy show.
Yeah, they're in space now.
Yeah, called Archer 1999, which looks a little bit more appealing, but at the same time, it's just like I want the regular story to continue. I loved how they had all those. What?
Zero.
Are you gonna go?
Danger zone.
No. But I wanted the
Turtles in Time.
I wouldn't say they're pulling a Turtles in Time so much as Archer's in a coma, and people speculate this is what he's dreaming.
So Dallas, is that Dallas?
It's kind of Dallas. Kind of Dallas. I imagine what they'll do is they're probably saving everything for one final season, and they'll wrap everything up, and that's my speculation.
And if y'all don't get the Dallas reference in the chat or whoever's listening, you're a youngin'.
Speaking of final season, Lucifer just got greenlit for their final season
already.
So
I might start watching that. Is that good?
It's amazing,
okay.
But it's the fact that they're actually having an ending for it, so all the loose ends are being tied up. Lucifer is an amazing show, and I'm so happy you got all 5 seasons. Now, if you're a fan of Swamp Thing, you're fucked. But
that get canceled already?
Yes.
Yeah.
It got canceled after the first episode.
Wow.
And it wasn't because it was bad. It was because of creative differences behind the camera.
That sucks.
Apparently, it was good, or it is good. It's getting good reviews from what I hear.
They might be able to work something out.
Could DC ever work anything out?
Yeah, it's Warner Brothers. If it was anybody else, I'd say sure, but no. But yes, Lucifer absolutely gets the true Star Screamer seal of approval. I cannot recommend that show any higher. It is one of the most perfect television programs out there.
Okay, check it out. I think Lex was watching it, so I know she was into it. So maybe it's
vicious humor, eye candy for both genders. It's just
it's gender scrutual.
It offends everybody equally.
That's my favorite kind.
Right on. All right, keep the momentum going before we get into TV action. Part 4. How are you doing, and what did you get?
I am sore because I've gone harder at the gym this week than I've gone in months. I steady go to the gym, but this week, for whatever reason, I went plus ultra.
I was about to ask, is your wife okay?
A little ice goes a long way. You just got to keep a bag of peas fresh in the fridge or the freezer. But don't ask her; she'll tell you a different story. She's all right though. She's a trooper. She's fine.
Cool.
But thank you for asking. My haul this week consists of a blind Lego minifig bag that she picked up for me while she was out, and she got me. She was able to pick out the Scrooge McDuck. So
that's cool.
Although ironically, I'm wearing a ducktail or a Darkwing Duck shirt tonight, so I don't know. Worlds collide. That is literally
on the next season.
What's that?
He's supposed to be on the next season.
He's on twice, I believe, so far. I mean, just like
okay.
It's been one of the kids watching the old episodes, which I think is a really cool way to do it. So if anybody hasn't watched the new DuckTales, go ahead and do that because it's really good. But anyway, that is pretty much all. If we waited one more day, I would have had a box from where did I get it from? Toy Dojo. A Toy Dojo box tomorrow, but we'll save that for another day.
All right, moving right along. You love him. You've probably clicked on some of his videos, and he had a good one up today So I think a lot of people know that one figure that you picked up. But, T-Man, how are you doing? And what'd you get?
Spectaculicious. And I got what's this thing? X-Transbots drag
Overheat?
strip.
Yeah.
Overheat. I changed his little booty flap thing to look like this.
Oh,
instead of behind his legs.
So on mine, spoiler alert, I did that. I don't like it behind legs. I have it connected.
Do those things scare the crap out of you, or are they solid?
Yes, they scare the crap.
Yeah. They're solid, but I don't trust them.
They are thin.
It's X-Transbots.
Yeah.
I mean, it don't feel like that, but it's definitely a part you don't want to mess with. Everything feels solid on him to me. I mean, his leg, now that I've been messing with it after the review, is kind of a little bit loose. But
no ratchets, right? It's all tension.
No ratchets.
Yeah, there's only one. It's die-cast.
Just like Walgreens.
Oh, yeah. Since I didn't mention this, the thighs are die-cast, and the bars that connect his arms together are die-cast.
I thought that was pretty cool in the transformation, how the arms crisscross. I thought that was pretty neat.
It reminds me of that one transformation Hot Rod did in the animated movie, because he had like 7 different transformations.
Yeah, where his top half like spun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They also got Trill Man from the, what is it called? The new Mega Man. Supercharged or something? Fully charged.
Fully charged. There you go.
Yeah, it's cool. I thought it had more articulation than it does have. So if you're interested, I did a review already. I know y'all watched it already.
Did you ever play Mega Man Powered Up?
I did.
I want that game.
That's a good
so
one.
Bad.
Here,
I know. I should ask you to put that. Could that be on a PlayStation Classic?
No, it's PSP. Eventually, they'll probably have PSP emulation on there. But if you want to get it, you probably get a Vita TV, cheap as shit, and
they never released it on the U.S. Vita store. It was only in Japan.
Really?
So yes, did it have the vaguely racist oil man, or did it have the correct color corrected oil man?
No. He was he looked like a tar baby.
Yeah, I don't think they ever fixed them.
They did in the U.S. release. They changed the color hues.
Barely. I mean, it was like
barely. Yeah.
They're like, look, we're gonna make them purple, but we're still gonna give them big old lips.
Yeah, just like Jinx.
Yeah. Like they're like, well, Mr. Popo, it's too late.
Just run with it. Just go. It's fine.
Like he got that turban on, so maybe he's not black. He's black, but he's not black. Also, I've been getting several random things off of the Wish app or Wish.com. Like I got this canister of Coke bottles for 1/12 scale figures.
So are these things you're picking out, or?
I picked them out. They're like free shipping. I mean, they're free, but you have to pay for shipping. So this is like $1 and change or something, or $2. And I got this foam, not knowing that it was going to be 1/6 scale.
Oh.
And it's like actually like a Samsung. I mean, it doesn't say Samsung on it, but you can tell what it is. It's an Android. It's not an iPhone.
So
she's
now
not one of those girls.
Athena can be an Instagram thought.
Yeah. She's trying to figure out how it works.
She's an influencer.
Snapchat. And I got some playing cards somewhere. I don't know where I put them.
I'm kind of mad you said thought.
Side note, Articulated Toy Den says Goldar. He thinks Goldar is from pre-order at GameStop. I gotta check that out.
Oh, he is.
I pre-ordered him at my local GameStop.
Ooh. I've got to stop to make my lunch break tomorrow.
Actually,
then.
I got to give a quick shout out to my local GameStop. Sorry about this. Don't mean to tread on T-Man, but he owes me for a couple box openings anyway. For my Raleigh crew, GameStop, Capitol Boulevard, down towards by Trailwick. That guy, the manager over there, is absolutely amazing. Not only did he hit me up on my Facebook Messenger, but one of his staff members who follows me on Instagram slid up in my DMs, as the kids say, to let me know that the Majin Buu was there, and they were offering to hold it aside and not even put it out for me. I just had to say that was absolutely awesome of them. And for all the Triangle Town Center geeks, hit that GameStop up. Make sure you fill out the surveys, because that way they'll be able to get more cooler stuff, because they're getting the cool stuff and they're letting us collectors in the Raleigh area know that it's there. Please support that GameStop.
So you didn't
I'm
buy
not
it?
being bribed. I just want to say thank you to them.
And Gold Art is up at GameStop.com.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
You didn't buy Majin Buu?
Mm-mm. I don't collect DBZ. I don't have. I mean, I gotta say no somewhere.
Do you?
Anyway, I got my wife. She's my boo.
Oh, she must be watching tonight.
T, does that wrap it for you, or do you have more to go on?
I got nothing. What you get, Zero?
You don't even care how I'm doing.
We don't. Just tell us.
Okay.
Just tell what you got.
We know you're good.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. Thank you for not asking. So I also got Overheat. Surprise, surprise. But mine actually has repro labels on it. Ew. Yeah. I wish there was more real estate on his shoulder for that, but so I put one on his.
The market's been shitty lately.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Buying a house. I got the Walmart exclusive Captain America, the worthy Captain America. And yeah, I was out of the Marvel Legends game, but he's a good one-off. And I still have my Cap costume and shield and everything. So I kind of.
Did they give him like drop-down hips or anything?
No, but he has a roll of the dice hand for Mjolnir, which I think is pretty
sweet.
Cool. So
I think that's a first for him.
I think that's a purchase right there.
The Chris Evans face, it's weird because like I threw away the box already, but like Chris Evans' face is definitely on the box, but this again, it's like Hot Toys is the only company that let me see if I can get this on camera. Hot Toys is the only company that seems to be able to do a Chris Evans head sculpt.
Unless you buy it from a customizer.
Unless you buy it from a customizer. But that's
do some damn impressive work.
You know who could probably do a good one? If for some reason Chris Evans was in a Star Wars movie. Because you look at that Mace Windu head versus the the Nick Fury head, and those things are light years apart.
So my suggestion to that is if you go buy a Mace Windu and put that head on the worthy Cap, and you know that Samuel Jackson's worthy, so it fits regardless. I think you've got a solid figure there.
Save for the fact he'd have white hands.
I mean, Michael Jackson won.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I got vitiligo, motherfucker.
His hands were a little ashy because Bucky was.
Wait a minute. What?
Oh, from the fighting.
Yes.
Let's see. Is Cleveland 978 worthy?
Oh no!
Now I dropped it. No.
Now. Boom! There goes.
No. I'm on the floor, Dave.
I done saw it myself.
And I also, because I was jealous of one Joseph A. Crab. I don't know his middle initial.
I'll take A.
You committed to it though. We're gonna believe you on that.
Joe's a crab.
It was believable. I got myself a Monster Arts Godzilla, and I also had I had a bunch of Amazon reward points too. So he was cheap on there, and then I used I had something like $20 worth of points. So.
How does one get Amazon reward points? Do you use their Amazon card?
Yeah, if you have an Amazon card,
okay.
You
gotta have good credit.
Yeah, well, I got one of their metal cards, which is pretty awesome.
So, wait, define cheap for Monster Art.
So, basically, at the end of the day, he only cost me $35 but that was again.
Son of a bitch.
That's
Yeah.
cheap. And I'm the cheap ass, and I'm saying that's cheap.
Yeah.
I'd pick up one for that price.
Yeah, there's a Geegan's going for 300. That Geegan's going for 300.
Yeah. But I think he's normally 70. So, but which again for Monster Arts is cheap because I see Monster Arts are normally like 120. I think they wanted this to be like an entry point for people like Goku.
Hmm.
So.
He comes with the blast effect,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He comes
The
with
upward facing, like
entry
spewing blue.
Yeah, so he comes with a bottom jaw, or like a replacement bottom jaw. You have to like pop this one off. It's on a ball joint, and it's in there. And then the bottom jaw has like the pre blast effect, and then you can plug the elongated one in there, or you could just not plug it into the mouth, and you could use a display stand. But I'm just gonna have them like this. I have my cousin got me the that vehicle Mechagodzilla, the poster version, which is like I think it's a Monster Arts Shigoken.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they'll look good together on the shelf.
That was a concept one.
Yeah, the theater or the movie poster realization or something like that. But that's it for me. I think is that it for me? Yeah. Yep. That's it for me. So let's get into some discussions.
Just curious, you mentioned Shigoken. How many of us were able to jump on the old vehicle Voltron?
I was. I know Joe
Starscreamer is in.
You know what's crazy is if you told me a year ago that the vehicle Voltron the pre-orders would be selling out, I would not believe you.
I think people are. I was going to say I think people are scared because of scarcity, but I mean, but Lion Voltron got a reissue. It's almost like they wait until the price gets to a certain price point on the aftermarket, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, I guess it's not saturated enough now, so we're going to go back to releasing it again. So I don't know. I guess everyone knows it'll come back around again eventually. They should anyway.
What was crazy was how fast pre-orders weren't sold out everywhere, and it was crazy how fast like the aftermarket pre-orders like shot up and people were biting on them. I waited.
And then Amazon came out.
Yeah.
People were overpaying on NY, Nippon, was it Nippon Yasen or whatever, that they jacked the price up eventually. And Amazon still had them in stock.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what the thought process there. I guess the overseas will get them first, but if I'm going to save almost $200, I'll wait.
Yeah.
Actually, by going with the US route, you're getting a better version because not only you get the domestic shipping, but they put a US shipper over it. So you technically get two box arts. That was the thing with the Lion Voltron. You had the two box arts for that. And the Megazord.
So I got the Bluefin Voltron. Did the Japanese one also come with the placard? I mean, there's one placard that says Go Lion and another placard that says Voltron.
Yeah, the releases in the boxes are identical. It's just that the US version had the slipcover.
Okay. It was a cool slipcover.
I just like the box art a lot better on the US one.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Amazon's saying November, which I'm fine with. I can wait for that. Let's see. Nate Simmons says he got one from New York at the cheap rate and another Amazon one. Yeah.
NY, Nippon Yasen or whatever that was.
Oh.
Because what they do is, for anybody that doesn't know, they'll put it up at regular price, but then as the time wears on, their price shoots up.
Yeah.
Like BBTS?
Like BBTS.
Yeah, BBTS. I was trying to sell it before the second run for $440 or $470.
BBTS waited like 3 months.
Yeah, they did. I think they were sitting on stock. I think they.
And I almost bid at that because
they were waiting for.
Well, I was going to say I almost bid on that because the Soul Chogokin Lion Voltron is my grail, is my holy acquisition for my collection. That's the thing that I want. But I didn't bite on it, and now I save money. So patience, save pockets.
We'll get back to the grail topic.
Damn it! That's a perfect segue.
Grail.
All right. Well, I mean, I'll let you have it because lately, like lately, I've been seeing this. I know Kevin Womack, DMV Action Figure Society, is in our chat right now, and he and I were talking about this. And there were people. And I'm not going to put anybody down. I'm not going to put anybody down or what they
try not to.
I'm not going to try. People are
Some
finding,
people just don't know the terminology because
Yeah.
they're just now getting into toys.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even think it's anything to do with them just getting in. I just think that they don't know what
they're saying.
What they're saying, yeah. Because I mean, I went into Walmart and there were maybe like 12 of these guys on the pegs, and I was in there today, and there were 12 of them. Like more of them on the peg. It was just like nothing but Worthy Cap and the Wasp.
And 2 weeks ago, what did you see online?
I mean, there was a guy that posted one, found my Grail. And he wasn't the only one. There were other people. I've seen other people posting pictures of regular retail figures that aren't hard to find, or they'll have like a flea market find of a common figure, and they'll write Grail piece acquired. And it's like, well, it's not.
So, let me devil's advocate just this example. Is maybe what the guy was saying was that the cap with the hammer included as all one package is the representation that he's waiting for. Maybe it wasn't that, it was that Marvel Legends that he always wanted this figure with this hammer. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's what they were really waiting
We just
for.
now found out about the fig that he was even going to be having the hammer.
Yeah,
Maybe he's waited all of his collecting life, all 4 days of it, for that thing to happen.
And maybe they mean this is the current thing that I'm looking for at the moment.
Well, you're right. I think that's what. Yeah, the thing that they're hunting right now. Like
you're wrong.
Because
their most wanted thing that they're after.
Let's say a Grail figure piece should be something like finding a mint inbox SDF1. I have a Grail piece on my collection. I've only had one piece I'll ever call a Grail piece, and that is a G1 Overlord. Something from Transformers Victory.
That wasn't available in the United States.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Something that was by no rights I should have my hands on. There's some people who get their hands on toy prototypes. Somewhere out there, someone got their hands on a Phoenix Force Marvel Legends Cyclops. There was like somehow they got released, like 2 got released in the wild, and I've seen them on eBay and stuff like that. That would be a Grail piece. But yeah, Captain America's not a Grail piece.
Well, it's something that in my head, a Grail piece should be something that's got, and it's some extreme hurdle that one has to get over to purchase, whether it's scarcity, price point,
age,
right, availability. If that's maybe not the same
age and condition, right? So there's just, I don't know. I get like I was trying to say, maybe this particular representation is what they've always wanted and they got it, which is good for them. Yeah. If that's what made them happy, then they fucking home run it then, and like go get 2 of them. Get another one on me, but you pay for it. Yeah. I mean, for me, like I don't have too many. I would say like it kind of falls in the Soul Chigokin line because it's very niche. They're expensive pieces. Like the Voltron is definitely one for me. It's not something that everybody was able to get. I fortunately got mine in on a good price. And they are really, in a lot of ways, they're figures that justify fear of missing out.
When I find that Captain America next year at Five Below, I'm gonna post Grail
while you're in there. Like I would say actually, I have some Amiibo. Maybe that I would constitute, but then like Amiibo are getting reissued, so it's like whatever.
But that's the thing, though. You never know because, like you said, the SOC Voltron that we're all picking up, who's getting it now on a reissue. And if it had never been reissued, I would probably be sitting here never going to have owned it unless I saved up, the $400 or $500 aftermarket. So companies realize that these figures are hard to get, and they're circling back around. It's almost the very same reason why they're getting away with these G1 reissues at such ridiculous prices, because people that missed out have a way to get them. While it's not the same figure per se, it's close enough maybe for some folks' collections.
An approximation.
Yeah, Hasbro is selling them at old school eBay prices from back in the day.
Right.
That's true. I mean, at least with the Optimus, they improved it. They gave him ratcheted shoulders. But
what'd Nate say?
At a cost of a third of the plastic.
Right. At least I got mine on a trade. And speaking of Nate, he said a Grail is something that takes years to get and means something to you. And he wrote, "My G1 Fort Max was my Grail," and that I think yes, it has to be something like Nat said. There's hurdles involved, or it's difficult to get, but I think ultimately it has to be something that has meaning to you. When I got that Voltron, it was a one-off piece. But I was a huge fan of Voltron when I was a little kid, and it meant something to me to have a definitive version of the character. Actually, I'd say my MMC Commodus is a Grail piece. I have one because that was one that really took me a lot of effort to get. And my G2 Jazz, another one. A lot of people got that. And I have a good story with it. And, my buddy Oscar came through for me, both with Commodus and that Jazz. And they mean a lot to me because he went out of his way to get them for me. And, they're definitely hard to find pieces.
For me, the closest thing I can think of as far as a Grail, when I did first start buying stuff on eBay back in the late 90s, when I got my Optimus Prime, and it came with 2 Trailbreaker fists, so he couldn't even hold the gun.
Oh, geez.
No shit.
He could fist you though.
And I got Skywarp, but after that, never been able to find that Hasbro MP10 in store, and then they finally put it up for pre-order on BBTS. And being patient and waiting for the Wii Fit trainer to come back at retail price.
And that's the crazy thing too, is that somewhere on some shelves, there is a piece that's going to be someone's Grail 5-10 years from now that's sitting there readily available.
Yeah.
That anybody can purchase. I mean, that's just the way it is. And maybe this I could believe this Worthy Cat being a Grail piece 5-10 years from now, where people either got rid of them or don't, for whatever reason, and then now someone else getting into it wants to go back and get this great representation from this crowning achievement of Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's the culmination of 10 years in a figure, which I think is what it ends up being for somebody, and maybe that's what they're seeing it as. So it's just crazy that depending on what someone wants, it could be sitting there easily obtainable right now. Unless somebody's Grail piece is like a prototype or a factory sample or something like that.
When you said that, it made me think of Dewdog sent me a picture earlier where there's 2 Old Man Logans just sitting on a shelf, Marvel Legends, and I was like, I haven't seen him in a while, but he was they've been there for 2 years just sitting there.
I mean, one day this will all be scarce except the Wasp, which apparently is going to be on the shelves for the next 30 years or so.
With Misty Knight.
And the Beetle, the female Beetle. So, moving along, we had some new reveals. Did I freeze? No.
No, you're good.
Okay.
You're good.
I looked like I froze for a second. Word me. So there was a leak of, we'll get this one out of the way first, Omega Supreme from Siege. The release date apparently leaked. It's supposed to be coming out, according to Unicron.com, September 1st of this year. No price point yet.
So that means August. August.
Probably, yeah. Well, here's the thing.
Where the hell is he going to fit in this room?
Just under your arm, man. Just carry it around.
Dude, I still got Triptychon boxed up behind me somewhere.
We'll stack it on top of that.
Was he from Ollie's?
Actually, yes. Which is why I never got Predaking, but yeah.
Anybody in the Baltimore area, there have been I don't know if it's still there, but there were 2 Triptychons in Burlington and Security Mall.
How much?
Just $60, I believe. At this point, I wouldn't be shocked if they dropped the price down some. Because they've been $60 for a while, just sitting there.
Surely someone's picked them up by now.
Nah,
Not
I
sure
saw
yet.
them, and then 2 months later, they were still there.
And don't call me Shirley.
There you go.
So yeah, there's a new screenshot too that came out of the Omega Supreme, and I'm actually so this one's an interesting case. Is it's like I have the Fans Toys one. I don't necessarily have a need for this. I don't necessarily have the space for it, but I think it's really cool for a mass retail release that they gave him the light up eyes. It looks like there's a lot of detail. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm not sure where these pictures are from exactly.
Triptychon didn't have any of that. He didn't have sounds or lights.
No, he didn't, and I thought that was kind of a shame, considering what the original asking price for Triptychon was. Now, what's cool about Omega Supreme is there's one thing I noticed. I don't know if you guys see it.
I do. I see.
And it's not about what you can see; it's about what you can't see for a Supreme class figure. I'm sure Matt gets it. No stickers.
Oh.
It looks like the Autobot symbol in the middle might be
actually painted.
Yeah, like actually.
Well, none of my Supreme figures have stickers on them either, because I wasn't at the time for that.
Oh, Hasbro Pulse, get your shit together.
What about on the chest? That looks very reflective.
Well, if we go back and look there, it's reflective because it's clear plastic.
Well, I'll take it. I never put the stickers on my Triptychon. That Metroplex.
Ollies take it, right?
I don't know. I kind of want that.
Between this and Jetfire, now Jetfire, Skyfire, I'll get him. I love the fact that with Skyfire, he's getting the Macross armor.
Oh, I got Skyfire on pre-order. He's coming in. He's coming home.
And next up from the Transformers camp, we got some official pictures of MP47.
When did he ever have that canopy thing?
I don't know. I mean, of course, everything is the
episode Atlantis Arise, where he went underwater. He used the canopy to turn himself into a submarine.
Oh my God, you dork!
I did research on this earlier. I was following the TFW thread, pretty closely.
Okay, I was about to say.
Yeah, they often did do stuff that the toys couldn't do. That used to drive me crazy when I was little.
Well, I mean, use your imagination, man.
Yeah. That one episode accessory.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I think that the conversation with Hound is not going to be on aesthetics, because I think most people agree that it's pretty spot on. I'm sure there's things here or there, but overall he's pretty much what anybody would want in a Hound. At least I can say he's what I would want in a Hound.
How many spikes are we going to end up having?
Well, that's the thing, too. As long as they all scale together, who really cares?
Because he's coming with Spike, Bumblebee comes with Spike,
and
Optimus comes with Spike, Carly, and.
But can he get the water out of that Spike's?
Yeah, his hands can open flat.
I'm shocked they don't have a picture for that.
So people were complaining, because that's what people do, but they said that why did he come with a canopy when he should have come with a cage? And I kind of agree with that.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's got the keys, and he's got a spot on his hips where the keys latch onto, but he doesn't have a cage.
Imagination.
Yeah. Probably so they can sell the cage with another character.
Probably. But what other character would you pair it with?
No, third party is going to do it.
If they redo the cassettes, and they do Ravage. Now, I mean,
it'll be the Ravage Plus.
I'm cool with the. You're probably right.
Yeah,
I'm cool with the hologram Spike, but I agree. Like, why do we need this Spike? I guess the one coming with Optimus, does he have the hard hat on? I can't remember.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Look at it this way, though. You guys are coming at it as completists, or at least tend to pick up a lot of masterpiece. If it doesn't cost that much extra per release, for those that are selective with what they pick up, I don't have a problem with that.
So the U.S. retail release on this guy's $150, and doing my zero math, I think he's going to come out on Amazon Japan to probably be in the ballpark of $115, $120.
Now, with that having been said, we talked about this earlier with the Soundwave release, is that Amazon Japan may have changed their shipping policy. That their shipping rate used to be 1,200 yen, which is about $10 for anything. But folks that tried to pre-order Soundwave, the re-release of Soundwave, got hit up with an almost $45 shipping charge that'll hit.
But was that through actual Amazon?
Yes, because I tried, and it's sold by Amazon Global, whatever, GK. And there's rumor that they've changed their shipping policy, that it's no longer a blanket, just, base charge of $10 or whatever, that it's actually going to scale.
I guess we'll find out.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Now, some people were saying that it may be a glitch, that they're going to correct it later. Who knows? We'll find out, like you said. The other sexy thing, too, about this Hound is that the rumor is, from the folks that leaked the information, is that all of his accessories that would normally go on Jeep mode, except the canopy, his gun, the canister, the spare tire, the cannon, can all stay on the Jeep, can stay all the way through transformation and stores away in robot mode.
There's no way that scan accessory.
No, there's the parts that would actually go on the Jeep.
Okay.
I can see that cannon folds up.
Yes.
It looks like.
And so does the tire.
Wouldn't make
There's
sense.
creases in the tire, too. The spare tire's got creases.
So that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah. So, yeah, the two guns, the gas can and the tire, all store in Jeep mode and robot mode.
I gotta say, of all the accessories it came in that one episode accessories pack. We just made fun of the scene, but the water mask from More Than Meets the Eye, I think, would have been more iconic than the canopy.
Yeah, that would be cool.
For the faceplate that he put on for no apparent reason because he's a robot and doesn't have to breathe underwater.
I have the water mask in my my Fans Toys box.
So, while we're on the subject of Hound, real quick though, I want to take three figures. Take Sideswipe, Sunstreaker, and Hound, and you've got three different price points, right? Yeah. Sideswipe came out at, what did the Carbot, $60 to $80 per Carbot when they first came out? Is that right?
About $80.
Sunstreaker was 100, 110-ish.
Yeah.
Is that right?
And that was the pusher. Everyone was all like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah. I got Sunstreaker for $80.
But mass release, right? I mean, we know how to wheel and deal here and there. But if you went on TF Source or whatever and just bought it,
I think it was 120.
Oh yeah. I remember I specifically waited on him for so long because I didn't want to pay that amount for him.
Lowell Martins in the chat says that Takara priced him out on that figure. He's very happy with Willis.
And that's kind of where I was headed, is that this thing is $150 or $160 per. Do you see the value there?
I don't, because now I'm an official completionist, but all that shit's going to stay in the box. It's just going to stay in the box or in a baggie if I ever do a box purge.
Now, I don't think anyone here can argue, though, that the mechanics and the engineering from Sideswipe to the other two is leaps and bounds, right?
I had like a little Herbert the Pervert whistle there.
Thank you. I thank you for noticing.
Sunstreaker is crazy leaps and bounds over Sideswipe.
So would you say at that point you can at least see the $20 to $30 price jump there?
So, like in the chat, Night Wingham says he's going third party only now, and I can see a lot of people doing that because you can complete your collection. You have, like right now, if you just want representations of the character, people that are purging out their fans' toys and people that have already bought them. What is the point? It looks marginally better. Now, again, I'm a completionist. I want this line, but I don't represent the entirety of the community. If you just want a version of the character on the shelf that's good, I think Fans Toys Willis is better than good. I think
it's hard
great
to get, though, at this point anyway.
Nah, people are going to be selling theirs off.
Right.
Here's the thing. You mentioned with Sunstreaker. Up until Sunstreaker, yes, T-Man, There was leaps and bounds in the engineering and all that, absolutely. But even that still was a $90 figure in my opinion versus, a $70 Sideswipe. I didn't think it was 115, but that was the figure that Takara started to finally start becoming costing more than third party. Before then, third party was always costing more than official. And I think that's when they started not only changing the engineering, but increasing that price point exponentially because they're now making a third-party style figure.
I think Megatron was really high too.
Oh, I agree, but specifically the Sunstreaker was the...
As far for something smaller, yes.
Are they going to take the bait? They took the bait. Bring out the next one. Are they taking the bait? Okay, they took the bait. Let's try this plus thing. Oh, they took the bait.
But to answer Matt's question, parts former for the people that don't pay attention, I think that Hound, if he was a third-party figure, he would be $100. Even with all those accessories, I don't think he would be over $100. Just like Sideswipe. I mean, Sunstreaker. Sunstreaker would have been between $80 and $100, even if they was a third-party release, even with that engineering. So that does make me a little bit sad.
You also have to, I guess, too, like the repaint for Hound. You get what, the Diaclone version, or that one weird like brownish tan character that's named.
Oh yeah,
at the moment.
The Junkion one.
Was he a Junkion?
It was an eHobby. It was an eHobby exclusive.
I think you're right, but it's just how much life are they going to get out of this mold? And I'm sure they'll figure out a way. I'm not saying anybody's losing money on it, but I mean, full disclosure, as far as I'm concerned, I have no Hound at all. I have no third-party Hound or otherwise, and there's no way I'm not getting this guy, even at this price.
I would laugh my ass off if they remolded that into Swindle like they did from Alternators.
Or Roll Bar.
I can see
Roll Bar would be a good one.
A toy version of it, for plus, with that metallic green and all the extra tampos like Make Toys did.
I don't know, man. Like, is there much more he needs to do to be toy accurate? I mean, you said toy. Okay, yeah. I gotcha.
I think his articulation, Willis, I think I said this even in my review. I like the way he looks. He definitely looked like he walked out of the screen, but some of the functionality wasn't there. Like the hip articulation was super lacking, the shoulder, and his feet are floppy as hell because of the diecast and the way they made his ankles. His ankles are on like a screw instead of like a real ratcheted hinge. So getting him to stand up is a nightmare. And like part of the bottom of, I forget what it is, when he transforms into the truck, the flat part of his foot just fell off. I eventually had to glue him. And then when I messed with him again, the little panel that becomes the hood underneath of his neck, that detached from the die cast, so I had to glue that together. So I'm like, this thing is falling apart like a G1 figure.
Could have been worse.
What?
They could have given you a Batcube one.
Yes.
You'd still be transforming it.
Oh, what was the detective? Was it detective?
Defective.
Defective, yeah.
Oh God,
it's crazy. It's like that figure. Everything I saw about it, that turned me off of TFC for so long, and I'm glad that their Commander figure. I'm glad I took the plunge on that, because that's honestly one of the best figures I own, and it's crazy that company made a figure that has the probably single-handedly the worst reputation for QC in all of third party.
Yeah, that would be Omnicronics.
I don't know. I think that Defective beats out Spin Out. It may be like a small margin, but
Did you play with him?
No, I didn't. I haven't played with either. So, Deluxe, if you're still around, next time you're up this way, bring me a Spin Out. I know you've got multiples. Bring me a Crapagonics.
That was such a sad story with that company, but
Yeah, the vehicle mode looked really good, and that was that.
Yeah, and then the vehicle mode you couldn't even enjoy it because if you rolled it, the tires rolled off.
So sit it there and don't look at it.
You
might have to
give yourself a Ron Popeil. You set it and forget it.
I might have to re-review this because this thing, it feels like a G1 toy from 1984, but with slightly updated engineering. Like everything's so loose, the wheels don't lock into place.
Really?
They slide
Space
off.
Is how old? How old is that figure?
Maybe 3 or 4.
I was gonna say it's not that damn old. It should be sticking together better than that.
No, when I got it, to be honest, I kept it because Mirage was one of my grails from back when I was little. I remember being in the doctor's office, and this little boy had Mirage and some other Transformer, and I never had real Transformers at that age. And I always wanted a Mirage.
I'm almost curious how well that's holding up versus how the old DX9 Invisible is holding up.
It's a good question.
Because that
Probably
DX9,
better
I almost got that.
Did that one have a bunch of die-cast in it? I think what's the problem with this is they put the die-cast in the wrong places.
Well, they also like to screw plastic into die-cast. I don't think that necessarily works well. I think that tends to, because at that point, all you have creating friction is paint against plastic.
Yeah.
Nate Simmons says his is fine. It's just yours. Yours is a bad copy. You're a bad reviewer.
I gotta
Nate,
check.
don't say that about him.
Well, I gotta check mine on the shelf.
That could be true.
I put mine on the shelf when I moved, and yours looks like the first version because the second version was like a lighter blue.
Yeah, this was the one that had the parachute.
Yeah, mine has the parachute as well.
Oh.
That's actually a good discussion topic for another show. Like everybody grab their oldest third-party figures and do an update, see how it's holding up.
Oh my God. Apollyon is garbage.
I think
That's not an old third-party figure.
I think we should do that for a B-side.
That'd be cool.
We should do let's talk about Transformers live on the Figure Action channel with Deluxe Baldwin.
I like you even had the hands going.
Stir in the pot.
Hi there, everybody.
So y'all like my intro?
I thought it was great.
Recap for me. I think Hound is awesome. I'm buying him.
I'm looking at my shelf right now, man. You got me thinking. That's a great B-side.
I'm getting him. I like him. However, I think that the accessories, the amount of accessories that he comes with, are unnecessary, and I think Takara is playing a dangerous game by doing all this with accessories and jacking their prices up to a point where they're going to start pricing people out of the market.
I agree.
mean,
they have officially. I like to say I think I am priced out of the market.
Maybe they're tired of making Transformers.
I don't think they're tired of it. I just think that they lost the Pokemon license. And I think they're trying to make money where they can, but I think they're going about it the wrong way.
Yes.
You have 2 lemonade stands, and this is not advocacy for KO. I do not support KO at all, but I'm just talking about the lemonade stands being third-party releases and being official Takara. When you come out with Fans Toys, and the Fans Toys version is priced appropriately, and it's made very well, and it looks the part, and it's cheaper versus the Takara one that comes with a lot of shit that's just going to stick in a box. Yeah, great. All those accessories are awesome for the ACBA guys. But for me, all I care about is, does he have his blaster? Does he have his shoulder cannon? Great, let's get him on the shelf. That's all I care about.
I'll give you a clue. The ACBA guys aren't usually that interested in that kind of stuff.
And exactly. They're not really interested in Transformers.
Right, because all their pictures will look the same, too, if they use the same accessories for everything. They usually try to be more creative with the stuff they integrate, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not an accessories guy. Like I said, for me, I have boxes in my behind that white door. There's another white door, and there's a shit ton of boxes and a shit ton of accessories in those boxes. and it's kind of obnoxious. You know, if I have
Besides the guns, I appreciate the different faces a lot.
I mean, faces are cool, but I tend to go with the standard face. That's just how I roll.
I don't. I'll take a smiley face.
Yeah, I do like some different facial expressions.
But it's the whole being priced out. I mean, I have Primal, I have Cheetor, and I have no desire to buy any more Masterpiece Beast War figures because, frankly, they cost too damn much. I don't care how big they are. I just can't afford that. And now with Hound being the way he is, I don't think I can afford any of the more Masterpiece cards. I haven't bought any of the Masterpiece. It's getting to the point where I'm almost like saying, well, since I can't add to that collection anymore, am I enjoying this collection because I know that it's incomplete? Right. So is that hitting my GCD, my geek compulsive disorder?
Yeah.
And I just want to kind of say, you know what? I can put some Storm collectibles on that shelf instead.
Get third party.
I mean, I think that it's a misstep. I mean, like I said, if you have the 2 lemonade stands and you have the lemonade stand selling a good product for $1 versus the other lemonade stand that's selling like, well, we have the official lemonade and it tastes a little bit better, but it's $5. That $1 lemonade stand is going to make far more money in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I get it. Third party is a competitor,
especially in a hood.
Yeah, with competition. Yeah, especially. But with competition, you have to price against your competitors. They should be focusing on putting their competitors out of business, offering a superior product for a competitive price, rather than saying, "Well, we're the high-end route." Well, there are a lot of people that don't give a fuck. They just want a representation of that character. They want it to be a good representation. So
that actually made me think of something too. When you said that they're the high-end route, they're not. They are, but they're not. Like, they have a lane that they're in, right? There's the collectors that want the transforming masterpieces, and they're certainly higher end than the retail stuff. But then you have the Flames toys, which is the super high end. Like, at what point do we start to merge here when you have like MP44 for them Flame toys money? And I think that's the problem, is that you get into this collection knowing that you're going to spend this much per figure, but then the lane starts to shift to the higher end stuff, and all of a sudden you need a monocle and own Park Place to be able to afford some of these higher end figures.
Yeah, I think the movie Masterpiece definitely don't feel like high end to me. They just feel like really great movie figures.
Yeah, but they still hit the mark for me. And I, at least they're not. It's kind of crazy because like the movie Masterpiece stuff, if you wait a few months, it just like drops in price.
Yes.
Yeah. And
I wonder when they're going to quit that.
I honestly, in all actuality, I kind of hope that they just give up after doing the first movie. just because it's like, okay, good, we're good now. It's one less rabbit hole. Yeah, with Flames toys, it's definitely an interesting parallel, because you have figures that are being made to be like the Transformers equivalent of Hot Toys, and I don't. So there's been a few arguments with it, right? Where I've talked to some friends about it, and it's kind of been an agree to disagree result to the argument, where it's if you want it, save for it and afford it. But I think that one of the problems is there are a lot of people that were used to, this is what the Masterpiece line is, and it's like if mainline Transformers all of a sudden priced people out of collecting them. And
they almost did.
Well, I mean, they did go up in price, right? But they didn't go up in price that significantly. They didn't double in price. Well, I mean, they kind of, I mean, deluxes went from being 10 to 20, but I mean, at the end of the day, $20.
Leader went from 40 to 50, and they started getting ultra class size.
Yeah.
Some of them are Voyager class size and very hollow feeling.
But everybody's going to feel the punch too. Like, when is the day going to come when your Marvel Legends going to be $25 a box?
Close.
That day is definitely going to come.
GameStop. Technically, it did. It did with the 10-year, with the MCU 10-year.
There it is. There's the march down that road that they're taking as well.
Well, I've said that with Siege that was that.
Yep.
And they are pushing the boundaries, and we are taking the boundaries. I mean, here's the bait. Hey, they took the bait. Here's the bait. They took the bait. Just to go back to my previous conversation.
I didn't with Marvel Legends. Like that Ronin figure, Ronin the Accuser, like $30. I'm like, I can't do it. And it has that stupid shoulder thing. And
he lost at a dance off. Like, it's not paying $30 for that.
Dude, I passed on a complete wave. I passed completely on Captain Marvel wave. Those 10-year anniversary figures, what did I buy? I got the Red Skulls when they were closing them out at $10 each. So I bought 3 of them to army build. But I bought the Iron Man, which I thought was one of the few ones I thought was worth the price point. And I got the Ant-Man 2-pack.
Oh, I hope.
On closeout.
I hope Red Skull shows up in Five Below.
He probably will.
It's still cheap on Amazon right now.
Is he Five Below though?
So going back to high-end collectibles.
Hold on. So you were talking about the Flame Toys. Sorry.
Well, that's what I want to get into. Is there's a new Flame Toys figure coming out. And I think it's probably what they should have had before Tarn, before Drift. And this is the Flame Toys Optimus. It's a stylized original design. It's kind of an amalgamation of G1.
A whole bunch of shit.
Yeah. And it looks kind of like a mixture of G1 IDW. Yeah, he is very thick.
I really dislike this figure.
This is a bad route. This is not good for high end. That would be a fantastic model kit, but if you're spending
look at that crotch.
Look at that crotch, man. Everybody, this goes into the conversation from weeks ago, man. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. What does that transform into? Is that Roller? Do they transform into Roller?
That is a bulbous crotch. Like the character, I think they should have done Optimus first, but I think they should have done the IDW design.
There's Teletran D.
Yes.
Looks like he grabbed Megatron's hips, and that's where the trigger is.
He looks like he's got a headmaster down there.
This is not. Yeah, this is and like other Flames toys, man. Like I'm not in on those, but I've enjoyed every design they've come out with except this guy. I don't dig this at all. I don't like this lineage. I don't know. Not my thing.
Does he have a honeycomb chest?
No, it looks like he's got. He really looks like he is like drawing a lot of design elements from IDW Prime. Like you can see the Matrix behind the windshield. You can see like the Autobot symbol between the windows. He's got the IDW Prime designs on his like knees and his shins. He just looks like a really thick version of the IDW Prime.
He didn't skip leg day.
You know what he looks like? Actually, he looks like the IDW Prime mixed with the Mega Action Series Prime.
Oh, because he's
but not in a good way.
Yeah, not in a good way. And I think that they could have done a really good IDW Prime. And I think a lot of people would have budged on it. I mean, the other thing too that really sucks is, again, I was just saying that. Masterpieces, I don't care about the accessories, but if you're going to do it, like Flames Toys is a brand, like Flames Toys, Hot Toys, I kind of view them in the same wheelhouse. They should be showing off the accessories. Where's the ion cannon? What kind of melee weapon does he come with? Because that could change the dynamic of how this looks. But, at the end of the day, I think it's like he's got some Chun-Li thighs.
Phew.
I can't find a redeemable thing that makes me want that.
He's got like Chun-Li thighs. He's got Mega Man boots.
I like lights.
Yeah,
lights are cool.
And do we know the price point on this guy?
No price point.
What was the price point on the other ones, like Tarn?
Like Tarn was like, yeah, he's 300.
So that kind of leads back. I mean, in the collections veering off into lanes, it makes sense for them not to go with the more G1 aesthetic, because why wouldn't you just get MP44?
Which costs $100 more.
That's again, my point is, why wouldn't they just do IDW Prime? Everything they've done previously.
Just commit. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. You know, rather than doing an original. I mean, or even retreading the first model kit they did. You know.
Yeah.
Kevin says transforms into a dick, but I like the aesthetic. But I don't know if he means the transformer or the dick.
Maybe they try to put some Transformers Energon Optimus in there because he had thick legs, right?
No, Transformers Energon Optimus. They basically made a mecha. They made like a mecha version of Larry the Cable Guy. That's what he was.
That was if you combine Larry the Cable Guy and Gal Geiger.
I would even respect this a little more if it went towards the Dreamwave approach with the marshmallow type appendages, which I actually like most Dreamwave designs. I think I'm an outlier on that, but even that, it's just so.
I used to love it.
All over the place.
I got a Revoltech Prime for you.
I love that Spark Toys, the Dreamwave Optimus, the Alpha Back.
Yeah.
Oh, that's absolutely no. You see that was a big beefy that War Within design. Awesome, very good. And here's the thing, though, with the Flame Toy stuff, going with the IDW design, that was a really bad call because they're not doing those designs anymore since they've ended that run.
Yeah, but I think
the IDW market, though, has been sated because for the price of one Hot Toys, you could buy yourself 2 or 3 MMC figures that are IDW.
Yeah, and MMC puts out a good product and all, but I think the thing is, the IDW designs are beloved, whether people like the comics or not. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of the comics. I have a good portion of them, and there are certain story arcs I like, but as a whole, I'm like kind of indifferent. But I will say that the IDW designs are among some of the best in recent memory, especially Prime, especially Megatron, especially Rodimus, Drift. Drift came out of IDW Comics.
Yeah, and
MMC
got them down to a T. And so I think it kind of goes back to what you were saying originally with third party versus Takara of, hey, listen, if you're just looking for something on your shelf, MMC will have that and it'll all be in scale. And for the price of 3 Flame Toys, you've got half. We can already take half your half your cast.
Basically.
So Takara, what the hell are you doing? That's what it all boils down to.
Well, it's not Takara. Flame Toys is a third-party company, but they're officially licensed through Hasbro and Takara.
Look, spoiler alert for the new Terminator. They can fly now.
But the comic books, they'll never go away, though, right? I mean, they're always going to be there.
They're always going to be there.
Always going to be there.
Maybe.
The G2 stuff is beloved. There's a huge following for G2. And, like to what Matt said, the comics will always be there. And there are a lot of people that love Jeff Senior's artwork. And they want that. I mean, they came out with a whole kit for the Fans Hobby Power Baser to make it look like Jeff Senior's artwork. And, I mean, that's a testament. They had... and they actually got Jeff Senior to do artwork for the trailer for the G2 Optimus. Again, It's a testament to how beloved that is. So, the comics will always be there. I think that the designs are very iconic, and I think the thing about IDW is it has its own aesthetic as Transformers G1, Transformers Animated, Beast Wars. You can look at a single frame, a single character, and say this is IDW. There's no, like with some of the anime series, there's a bit of homogeny, and you can be like, wait, is that from Energon? Is that from Armada? Is that from Cybertron?
And the characters, too, they've created. DJD, Tarn. I mean, even Tarn made it into Flames toys, so they're definitely sticking around. And I'm sure we'll see them turn up in the new comic book series at some point.
Flames Toys made Drift and Tarn. They made 2 original IDW characters.
Right. And that's why I said that that's why I think that they should have stuck with the IDW aesthetic rather than a deviation from it. If they want to do deviations, I think the model kits are the best way to do it.
I agree with that, too. Because then you could gunfight,
You think we're going to get a Masterpiece Drift?
Not official, but...
No, I think we will get official.
I'm shocked they haven't done it already.
I'm willing to bet he's going to come out before some beloved characters will come out, and that'll piss people off. And Windblade. I bet Windblade's going to come out sooner or later, too. They seem to put a lot of stock in those characters, and I know people feel a certain kind of way about both of them. I like them both. I don't give a shit. I would look into a Masterpiece one.
Because there's some of the new original characters that they've added into the canon to actually increase it.
Bulkhead, like a good Bulkhead.
Bulkhead.
I miss Bulkhead.
We get Chromia before RC. An official RC.
I forgot that Flames Toys is doing a Star Saber. Yeah. Thank you for that, Nate. So moving on to some other toy lines. Now I'm an SH Figure Arts fan, and while I'm a fan, I know I don't think that they can do no wrong. I just want to know, like, we've all seen Endgame at this point. And
why?
No spoilers out there, but I think
we talked about Worthy Thor.
Worthy Thor.
I mean, Worthy Captain America.
Or Worthy Cap, yeah. But they're coming out with a Professor Hulk, I think, which is the official name of the character. What the hell? What the hell, Figure Arts?
I mean, like it or not, that's the direction they're going.
This
right? I mean,
doesn't look a thing like what we got on screen. Like, not only that, but I mean, he's just really small.
Yeah.
He is small.
One thing that I was shocked about with SH Figure Arts that they did good was when that movie was about to come out, like, blam, they dropped all these figures on us at once, like Marvel Legends. And I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Yeah, it wasn't a staggered release at all, was it? It was almost like back to back to back.
Yeah. I liked it, but I think he should come with a slightly angry face instead of that looking off to the left.
I mean,
he got angry once the entire movie. I mean,
he should at least come with a taco.
Oh, glasses too.
Glasses. Yeah. He needs glasses and a taco.
But they're probably going off of concept art.
Well, yeah, and that's a problem. Like for me, I think if you're a company like Figure Arts, accuracy should be your key, right? And I think it's insulting to your fans if you're going to release a figure that just does not match yet the on-screen appearance.
Well, let's talk about their distinguished competitors.
I mean, well, here, let's do it. You know, I can just, you know, a quick Google search here shows you just how off this sculpt is.
Well, no, Mafex. Mafex is just announced the Infinity War Thor.
Yeah.
Did you see what it looked like?
Was it good or bad?
Really good.
Google the Mafex Infinity War Thor. You know, the action figure for a movie that came out 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'd rather. Yeah.
We waited.
Well, 1 year ago.
That's coming out. Well, and that figure's coming out next year. But look at that. That is exactly what you want.
That's the game they play, though, right? They wait too long, and the hype will die down. You won't get nearly as many bites on this one as you would on a one that releases right at the hype of the the entertainment hype, right at the.
But I guarantee that's going to sell. I guarantee it's going to sell because that's one of the badass looking Thor figures I've ever seen.
So Kevin says he wants the Hulk. The head sculpt will be fixed before the release, but how do we know that? Because I've got the Gladiator.
How many Hulks is he going to get?
I've got the Gladiator, Hulk, and Thor from Figure Arts. Those are the 2 Marvel Figure Arts. Oh, I'm sorry, 3, because I kept my Donut Iron Man. But I've really downsized my collection. I kept those 2. And Thor, the Gladiator Thor, it's got some inaccurate sculpting. The wristbands aren't correct. And it's missing. The
head thing doesn't move, right?
Yeah, well, no, the head thing moves, but he's missing the war paint over his eye. And that was like a pretty big detail in all the promotional art. So, the fact that they just left that off for the final release, and those 2 figures came out several months after Thor Ragnarok came out. I think they came out actually after Avengers Endgame last year. That was when I got.
War.
I'm sorry, Infinity War. They came out after Infinity War last year, and that was when I got both of them. So, yes, I think Mafex is doing it right. Wait and release the actual screen representation of the character. I think it's kind of crappy when you're releasing stuff that's based off of concept art. So,
and we know that Hot Toys waits.
Yeah, Hot Toys I think has to be slavish to accuracy because of the cost, because of the collector they cater to.
They can't afford to screw that up.
Yeah, they cannot afford to screw it up. Kev says Mafex QC is trash. Unfortunately, I don't have any Mafex.
I've heard that
QC has gone up tremendously.
Agreed. I've heard that the old stuff is a crapshoot, but the new stuff is much better than it used to be.
What just came out? Something just came out.
RoboCop?
After that, I think.
John Wick?
Oh, no.
Deadpool,
I just watched the review. Yeah, Deadpool.
The Deadpool just came out. The John Wick just came out. The Eggsy just came out. Mafex has been rolling out a lot of stuff.
I was shocked Deadpool doesn't have any guns, but whatever.
You know what? With all the Mafex, I joked around. I actually put it on the Foosh review site. I said, they were counting you buying John Wick anyway, so you'll have plenty of guns to go around.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all the Mafex Dark Knight stuff's been amazing.
Before we get into our final discussion of the evening, there's one more thing to look at, and that is from True Star Screamer's favorite company in the world, Storm Collectibles.
I might buy this if you're about to show what I'm thinking. It might be my first Storm.
And this is the battle costume for Cammy from Street Fighter V.
It's pretty sweet looking Cammy.
Mm-hmm.
It looks better than the Figure Arts for sure.
What?
I agree.
That is an awesome alternate costume for Cammy.
It's not iconic though.
Yeah,
it's not iconic. They already made. I believe they made the iconic one. You see, Storm has been able to pull these off. Again, they also did that Battlesuit M. Bison a couple months ago that looks absolutely stellar. This is stylizing a property for fans of that property. This is doing a video game right. Huh?
You saying I'm not a fan of Street Fighter?
He's saying you're not a proper fan, that's all.
Man, we gotta get on some Street Fighter, and I will give you the Mortal Kombat 11 treatment on some Street Fighter.
You're gonna lag out?
No.
Quitality.
No. Do I have to show you like my speed test?
But I've got the SH Figure Arts Cammy back on my shelf over there, and I got it. Like,
I've got the Figure Arts Cammy.
I think
like
this
the
looks
Figure
better. And it's slightly bigger size, but I still think this looks better. And I like the aesthetics of the Figure Arts Street Fighter, the more anime-esque facial, but this still looks great.
That looks under $40.
No.
I mean, for Matt's pricing on his SH Figure Arts.
What about it?
Is Cammy under $40?
What did I get candy for? It had to be close to that.
I mean, if you sell her.
Oh, if I sell her?
Mhm.
I don't know. Talk to me after the show. We can make a deal.
Make a deal. Well, I want that Storm Collectibles one. I'll be honest.
They're doing a great job. They're going into the line.
It's a girl.
Is this the only pictures of it we have, or is there anything else?
I think Zero might have stepped away.
Okay.
No,
no, he's still there.
I was trying to find the audio clip of Felice Johnson from the Locked Up program saying "I like booty" because I was gonna put words in Joseph A. Crab's mouth.
They need to show. They didn't show a back picture.
No, they show a close up of her, and that's about it.
Front
of her front.
Storm will put pictures out. They're very good about that. If you follow their Instagram, they do a very good photo set. I am very jealous of their photographer.
And there's Ryu. You know who Ryu looks like from Storm Collectibles?
Well, there's the first Ryu, and then there's the one coming out, which is the one I pre-ordered because I got all that. The Street Fighter Ultra.
We're gonna say let's go back. Boom.
I could see it. At least his father, Eugene Levy, could be his father.
So he walks in. He's like telling Ryu, "Don't fuck up high."
Yeah, but Ryu's already done fucked and blown it apart with an energy blast.
Well, just tell your mom that you microwaved it wrong.
Does that dude dye his eyebrows?
Trade secret.
I'm probably a year away from having gray eyebrows.
Man, that's.
You're in the minority, Zero.
Yeah,
you're in the minority.
Yeah. Well, I'm also the youngest on this panel. For now. Well,
what? Who are we replacing?
That was ominous.
Yeah. So I want to talk SDCC exclusives. We've got some exciting stuff coming out.
Oh yeah!
You know, one of the most memorable ad campaigns when I was a kid. I loved wrestling in the late 80s, early 90s, and then again in the late 90s. But when I was a kid, there were two wrestlers I loved, Macho Man Randy Savage and the Ultimate Warrior. And I remember more than anything the Snap Into a Slim Jim commercials. And
everybody did, brother.
The fact that Mattel is making this, I think and before the show got started, we were having a discussion about this, about what an SDCC exclusive, what any Comic-Con exclusive should be. And last year we had the Laughing Prince Adam, and this year we get, if you haven't guessed already, a Slim Jim Macho Man Randy Savage.
Mm-hmm. What impressed me is they actually say Slim Jim on it.
Yeah, they have the Slim Jim packaging. This looks like what a case of Slim Jims came in. Like, you could get Slim Jims two ways. You could get it in this box, or you could get it in it looked like the cylinder that oatmeal comes in.
But this is a perfect exclusive. Hands freaking down.
I mean,
it'd be even awesomer if they had a real Slim Jim in there.
No, it wouldn't, because then it would have its shelf life. But I just
don't need him smelling like meat.
This packaging, like I'm not a mitten box.
How do you know he doesn't?
But you get him in the pose you want him in. You get him in this packaging that is just as cool as the figure. I mean, this is
perfect.
Yeah.
And who's doing this? Is this Mattel?
Mattel. Yeah.
Okay.
So they're doing a pre-sale on June 20th. Oh, it says it right there. A pre-sale is only for SDC attendees.
June when? I can't see.
June 17th.
Ooh. I might have money then.
Well, it's only for SDCC attendees.
Ah.
So I don't know if there's going to be...
Skip to the next thing then.
Wait.
darn it.
Tuesday, June 18th, Entertainment Earth's website will have it. So hopefully there will be enough for everybody.
Any price?
$30.
No
I
price.
think. Yeah,
$30.
I think there was. I think that's a price. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's good.
That's perfect.
Good.
Yeah. So this is definitely.
Let me verify that.
I'd want. So Ghostbusters. There's a lot of Ghostbusters stuff apparently coming out. And there's a slimed 4-pack. Of course, everybody already knows about the Ectotron and the MP. The weird. I like it. I like that MP10 repaint, but I know that's one that's going to like tank in price because like really with MP44 at appeal too.
Got to milk those molds, man.
Yep.
Confirmed. Slim Jim Randy Savage is $30.
MP10 is curdled.
$30.
Jordan, if you're talking, your connection's biting it hard.
He's snapping into it.
He's snapping into it.
Okay.
Anyway, here's the thing,
right.
though. Like, NECA. What are you doing, NECA? Like, the Laughing Adam. How hard was that to get a hold of that figure at the time? They kept their pre-orders open. They took
It wasn't
however
hard.
many. They took because they didn't have a set number. They took as many as they could, and then they made the damn thing and sent them out. They told people.
One could almost say they crowdfunded it.
Yes. They said you're not going to get your figure for like what was it, 3 or 4 months or whatever. It was a long wait, but you know what? You got it, and you didn't have to worry about fucking F5ing for 4.5 minutes to try to get one on a website when it crashes out.
I was shocked about John Wick. Is that thing still available?
Oh,
Mezco?
the deluxe Mezco.
Yeah,
that was available for a long time. I haven't checked on it though.
Really? I thought
Yeah,
that
it
would have disappeared. I gave up on it.
Yeah.
It was available for days.
That's
So if you
unusual.
didn't get it, then that's your fault.
Yeah, you
That's
had-
my own
you
damn
had
fault.
time.
But here's the thing with the NECA stuff. Because I'm looking at 4 turtles on my shelf right now. I think they know that they're printing money.
You need a splinter.
But I
Maybe
agree.
Take them off.
And you have those because of
No, he's probably trying to reconnect.
Yeah, they'll come back. But I think there's probably less of a problem this year because everybody knows the path they're going to go. But last year, man, that was a total clusterfuck because they all but swore that those things were not going to get a mass retail release. Because, people were saying, well, the license won't allow it, that whoever owns the Turtles license isn't going to let that go to retail. And the people freaking freaked out, man.
Do you think they weren't
Now-
lying, but then they jumped through as many hoops as they could to get it released?
No, I think
because
it's like
people
Dave
wanted-
said. I think they said, holy shit, we're printing money. And they said, we're going to make this work. And they went back to whoever had the license and says, hey, do you like money? And they're like, yes, we like money. And that's how I was in on the conversation. That's how it went. I heard it. I was
Well, because
listening.
here's the thing: Playmates has a license, and what Playmates didn't
Forever.
want is Playmates didn't want other turtles near their turtles, and so NECA. That's why it originally was just because at the time, remember, NECA used to be Toys R Us as well, and who knows how their shelves were placed per store. But Target did the agreement with NECA and said, we're going to have our section way over by the video games, far away from the little kids section. So they're going to be in separate zones. Or GameStop exclusive, where there will be no Playmates Turtles. So you know what? Here's your licensing fee. You're not going to take away sales from our products. God be with you. Let's make us some money.
The best Target here that did that was the one in White Marsh. That NECA section is way across the store, away from the toys.
Yeah.
But that's exactly how that's how they're able to do it, and that's why those Toon Turtles were able to come out in Target because they were in totally separate zones.
And 2-packs, so the price point prices them out of the way out.
How many shows have I said it, guys? NECA is doing everything. As much as we want to complain right now They're still doing it right. I guarantee we're gonna see John Connor. The only thing I'm worried about is those Batman versus Predator and the Superman Alien 2-packs. That's the only one I'm apprehensive about, because it took them forever to get those out. They've been teasing those for years.
I just wish that for their convention exclusives, they would make special figures. I mean, that
Batman's going to be a special one.
Yeah, but I mean, like John Connor and the Splinter, Shredder, Foot Soldiers pack. Yes, those packs may go to Target. John may come with, without the accessories he's coming with at SDCC, but I think there's better ways of doing exclusives.
I agree. Yeah. Definitely. So their exclusive should have been Raphael in a trench coat.
Yes.
That's something like that is what they should have done.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, that still would have sold out at the convention.
But at least it's not a need to have figure. Like if you have the 4 turtles and you want to continue the line, your F5 at 1 o'clock tomorrow, you're going to be at your computer F5ing, or at 1 o'clock Eastern, or whatever the hell time it goes up. You're going to be refreshing the shit out of it. You're going to get it in your cart, and someone's going to yank it from your cart. And then you're going to have to wait and hope that GameStop announces exclusives. And they will.
Yeah.
And you're going to be in one of the groups complaining about it.
Well, just like seeing all the friends that have hey, make sure that on NECA's website you've got your credit card information saved. And it's just, they know the demand's there. It shouldn't be that much of a hassle.
Well, this goes back to let's do a flashback. You actually might be too young for this, Zero. Back in the Chug days.
We be back in the Chug days. I'm 34 years old.
Yeah, but you might have been collecting those because at one point...
I think you had a job at that point.
Yeah.
You may have had a job, but remember, T-Man, you were there for that one. You remember Seeker Angst when the Coneheads were a convention exclusive?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, that's really late. I thought you meant you were going to be talking about the first SDCC exclusive was like Nemesis Prime alternators.
Yeah.
No, not that bad, but I was going to say, but specifically the Seekers, because they were like, dude, these were mainstream characters, Thrust, Ramjet, and Dirge. How dare those be convention exclusives? Because everyone else will be like...
Oh, yeah, and it was only in Japan outside of that for more money, and people were way cheap back then. So nowadays, we probably would have just paid that Japanese price and just went with it.
But I'm just saying, back then, the Seeker angst. So now we're having Foot Clan angst. Because people now, first of all, people either had the SDCs, then people were butthurt because now everybody had the Turtles. But now since everybody has the Turtles, everybody wants the Ninjas.
But even Hasbro released all 3 of those Seekers at retail.
Oh, eventually. But I'm just saying, I just remember the angst of it all.
Pack.
That I never, ever saw in store.
Yeah.
Hey, I got one if you want, still mint in box.
I'm over them now. I did want them for years, but now I'm like, bleh. Especially since Siege Skywarp is about to come out. But that Nemesis Prime, I shut my whole life down because smartphones wasn't out then. So you had to be in front of an actual PC. And that website fell off the face of the earth. And then when it popped back up like a minute later, sold out. But I got lucky in 2007. I was able to get one for, I think they were retail at 40 for the special price was 40. I was able to buy one for 40 and I was shocked 2 years later.
Actually, I have the Nemesis Chug Prime still mint in box somewhere in this room.
I got lucky with him. And the alternate with the Walmart alternators, Rumble and Ravage, I got both of them at like retail price. I was shocked somebody was willing to sell it to me for that. So I never saw them.
But yeah, so yes, NECA is going to have everybody tied to their computers tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
and then the internet's going to go crazy, and then SDCC will happen, and more haters will come out, and more reviewers will be saying, well, I was lucky to have a friend, or lucky to be there, and people will be hating them. And then 8 months later, GameStop will announce that they have their exclusive rights. And then all those people who are all, ha ha ha, I've got them. That's not fair. You're not supposed to be able to have these.
And they'll be lacking some accessories and all. But, just exactly like Jordan had said earlier in the episode, like all those extra accessories that those turtles came with have never left that box that I've got. Because Joe picked up for me, for anybody that doesn't know, he got 2 of the SDCC box sets of the turtles and got one for me last year. So I've got all the extra accessories, but I never use them. It wouldn't matter to me. Now the box is cool as shit. That's one of my favorite boxes in my collection. But that having been said, the turtles are still, you wouldn't know from looking at my collection because it's the same turtles out on display that anybody picked up at GameStop if they found them.
No, it's cool there's always going to be that one person out there who they just decided to throw all that money on the turtles, and that's their only real toy in their house. And they come home and play with it and put the pizza slices in this pose right here, then put the pizza slices in. Or if like you bought MP44 and that was your only Prime, like when I had MP01 or 20th anniversary Optimus Prime, I played with that thing every day for like almost a year. Like literally just transforming it back and forth and playing with it and posing it. So I can imagine there's going to be somebody out there. So those extra accessories that we're complaining we don't want is going to be cool to somebody.
Well, no, I'm not saying that we don't want it. I'm just saying that the links that people are going to go to, it doesn't, I don't know. It doesn't. You have to ask yourself, does it make sense to you? But then there's also the fear of never seeing them released at retail. I'm not saying that they won't get released. I'm saying that you will never see it yourself. You'll
like
never
that blade, the special Mezco blade they gave out. I was hating people on that because mine didn't come yet. I was like, wait, they're just giving them away for free? Like,
I don't think they were just giving them out like that.
I mean, you had to be a press person, and everybody there was press. So they went to the booth and got them, from what I heard.
Did it have anything extra, or was it the same figure?
That and that their mascot, the one that looked like a bug.
Yeah.
You got both of them in a bag.
Oh, what the hell is his name?
Gomez.
Yeah, Gomez, yeah.
That just makes me think of Engo.
Yeah.
He should have bought it.
Mezco figures are freaking the Bitcoin of action figures, except they held their value a lot better.
Mm-hmm. Depending on the figure. Wichicom got discounted right out of the gate. Black Panther. I've seen him for like $50.
I'm still waiting for them to solicit the 89 Batman. And even then, once they solicit it, what'll it be, 2 years? I gotta wait.
Oh shit! Did you guys see the Hot Toys 89 Batman with the 89 Batmobile?
That sounds like a mortgage payment.
Yes.
Probably is, but
beyond mortgage. It's a downtown Inner Harbor apartment. I mean, rent for 1 month.
I have it. I have a picture, I think, on my phone.
Hasbro still has not announced what theirs is going to be, right?
Here it is.
Not that I'm aware.
Let me I'll throw it in the chat, then I can throw it up on the screen.
Did we get to the final topic yet?
This was our final topic.
Oh.
It's
the final topic.
The final topic for tonight. Oh, another thing, too. You know what? One thing I forgot to mention was that the World War II Captain America with the motorcycle.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we actually
with the jet.
Holy shit! I'm sorry. I'm looking at the picture you just sent.
Here.
Whoa.
What am I? I'm on my phone. What is the
Here,
picture?
89 Hot Toys Batman.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Never mind. I don't need to see that.
With
I didn't need
the
to see
Batmobile.
Do you think Michael Keaton has one? He's gonna get one.
No.
I'm not just looking at that picture. As soon as he gets it up, I'm not convinced that you don't get a small cloned Michael Keaton because it kind of looks
It's
like
like
it.
mini multiplicity.
Yeah, I mean we know there's more of them out there. Just each one gets stupider as you go.
But
That's right. I said stupid.
I was gonna say that Captain America and those Jazzware Fortnite figures. Oh my gosh, they look so good. They're basically the GI Joes the T-Man's been wanting.
Yeah. Except a little bit smaller. It won't matter though. I'm getting that one that looks like Beachhead, definitely.
And I'm getting those Card Shark ones. They'll be perfect faceless minions.
Hopefully this doesn't crash Chrome again on me. I'm trying to share.
You should share.
And Chrome went into non-responding.
So it looks like Michael Keaton in his outfit standing next to the Batmobile from the same movie. It looks like Batman Returns, actually.
You can't tell that they're not. It's not a real human in a car.
I should pull a line out of T-Man's playbook of just Google it.
Just Google it. It's out there.
Just Google
Pretty much.
All right.
Google is your friend. That should be my catchphrase because I said it enough.
I'm gonna get you a shirt that says that.
Since Chrome is not responding for me, and I don't know what's going to happen if it crashes, I think we should get some where you at. And oh, we lost True Star Screamer.
Yeah, you can find me at True Star Screamer. I have some awesome pictures over there. And it's TRU Star Screamer. And yeah, that's all I got.
Right. Well,
Parts Farmer, where are you at?
That was like spot on.
It's like he's really here.
It's like he never left.
Like he never left.
Really?
I am here. I'm here with you guys. Parts Former, check it out anywhere on the internet. I can be on Instagram or Twitter. But I do post pictures on occasion when I feel like it, but I haven't for a while, so I'll get around to it. I will say that though about everybody in this show, everybody likes taking pictures. So you would think that our Instagram would be flooded, but if it wasn't for Dave and Joe, we probably wouldn't have that many pictures up.
Yeah, I get stingy. I'll be like, I want to put this picture on my account.
I need to set up my photo area. I've showed you guys like
picture 0.
To my left is a disaster zone, and I gotta get that cleaned up.
If you could only see to my left, you'd be like, what the
yeah, to your left is Next Time on Hoarders.
Yes, literally. Oh boy.
But that's
so
for me.
Anybody that wants to find T, you can find him on Google. Google T-Man 978, and you'll find
something.
Something, yeah. You'll find his Instagram, his Twitter, his Pornhub account,
Facebook,
his Facebook,
YouTube, definitely.
And check out that X-Transbot's Overheat review.
Yes,
because not only is it a good review. He also goes over a lot of the pain points of the transformation.
And I lent him that Stealth Mirage that he uses in the review for comparison.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah.
A lot of people like that.
Thought so.
As for me, like most of these fine gentlemen on the panel, you can find me here every Thursday night at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Pacific Time, right here on YouTube. You can find me on Twitter at The Original Zero. You can find me on Instagram as Extra Zero. You can find me on PlayStation Network and Xbox Live as Extra Zero. On Xbox, there's a space between Extra and Zero. And I think that about wraps it up for this week's episode. I want to thank everybody that came into the chat, showed us some love, participated with us. We always appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button if you like what we're doing. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to see everything we're doing, and that notification bell to see when we come out with some new stuff. I think we got some B-sides planned. I'm going to be seeing Godzilla this weekend, so hopefully we can get some roundtable thoughts on that. We've got E3 coming out, so there's going to be a lot of gaming news that we're going to want to put into its own format. If you guys want to see us talk about more gaming stuff, let us know. And
we'll do it.
Yeah.
And subscribe. Athena just subscribe right now. She's been watching all night.
I don't see her in the chat.
She's just so intense. She's a lurker.
Yeah. She's torn between watching our podcast and being an Instagram thought.
God damn it.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you here live next Thursday.
Bye.
My Chrome is still frozen. I'm going to have to end task it.
Mine
Did you watch
says live. Are we off?
No.
The Google thing? Their video game system? Whatever the hell you want to call that. I forgot what it's called. Hello?
Oh, I was making sure that we weren't still live.
Oh. No, that live always stay there for a second.
And it's still there for me.
I see it too.
No, we're still live. Hi, guys.
Uh-uh.
I think it's because Jordan crashed out. So this is the
Maybe
after show. Welcome.
Maybe we have to turn everything off.
Maybe.
Oh, he's frozen. Oh,
yeah. That's why. I think he went to do it and his Chrome crashed out. So you get an extra like 2.5 minutes of us. So you're welcome.
Click the videos. Click
we're
fucking video, baby.
We're all going to try to just close out of the call, and maybe Jordan can get control of his life. But thank y'all. I'm going to hang up till you hang up, and we'll see what happens. And if not, then this will be like an 8-hour video because no one will ever sign off. So good night, everybody.
I hope it doesn't. The camera doesn't come back on his end.
Well, if it does, you might see some shit. So
all right.
Either way, it'll be extra zero after dark.